Alright, welcome back. This is second learning objective of first chapter, in which we have to explain the building blocks of accounting, in which we will learn ethics, principles and assumptions. So a doctor follows certain protocols in treating a patient's illness, and architect follows certain structural guidelines in designing a building. Similarly, an accountant follows certain standards in reporting financial information. These standards are based on ethics, principles and assumptions to reduce scandals in reporting financial information. So recent financial scandals are Enron, World.com and Health South. AIG and other companies was involved in financial scandals. So to reduce the scandals in accounting or reporting financial information, regulators and lawmakers concerned that the economy would suffer if investors lost their confidence in corporate accounting. They decided to make certain standards and laws to build the investors' confidence in investing the companies. If they do not invest in the corporate accounting, so economy will suffer. That's why in response the Congress passed Sarbanes-Oxley Act. The basic of this law was to reduce the scandals in accounting and unethical and reduce the bias in accounting information. So effective information reporting depend on sound ethical behavior. So ethics in reporting financial information. It is the steps in analyzing the ethics and situations. So first is recognize an ethical situation. First we have to recognize that what is the unethical situation involved, and the unethical issues are involved in a problem. We have to use your personal ethics to identify. We use personal ethics in identification process of ethical situation and issue. Some businesses, professionals, organizations provide written codes. The organizations follow certain written codes of ethics and guidelines in some business situations. Second is identify and analyze principal elements in a situation. We will have to analyze the principal elements of that situation and identify the stockholders and persons groups who may harmed, benefited. Ask the questions from them: what are the responsibilities and obligations of the parties who are involved in that situation. Third is identify the alternatives. We will have to select and identify the alternates and the impact of each alternate on various stockholders. We have to also check the impact of that on various stockholders, because there are thousands of stockholders involved in any company. Select the most ethical alternate. We have to select the best alternate and considering all consequences and keeping the all options or consequences in mind. Sometimes there will be one right answer and other situations involve more than one right solution. These situations require an evaluation of the best selection of the best alternate. Lead to the ethics in financial reporting. Accountants follow certain standards in reporting financial information. So this is the first standard, which is used universally practiced GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. This common set of standards is called GAAP. The accounting profession has developed standards that are generally accepted and universally practiced. So this is a GAAP which is used in making financial statements. So you will learn in coming slides what are the financial statements, like balance sheet, income statement, statement of owner's equity, statement of cash flows, and note disclosures. So by following the GAAP we will develop these financial statements. So generally accepted accounting principle standards that are generally and universally practiced. These are practiced in all over the world. These standards indicate how to report an economic event. Like we have discussed that accountant, like doctor and architect, follow certain protocols and guidelines. Similarly, accountants follow certain standards in reporting any transaction which has occurred in the company. So they follow certain standards. Now here, who makes these standards? Standard setting bodies. These are the standard setting bodies. First is Financial Accounting Standards Board. This is the FASB board which creates the accounting standards. And Security and Exchange Commission, International Accounting Standard Board. These are the accounting standard setting bodies who creates the standards. GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, uses two measurement principles. One is historical cost principle and other is fair value principle. Now historical cost principle, or also it is called as cost principle, dictates that the companies record asset at their cost. So historical cost means any organization purchasing land of 30 lakhs. At the end of next year, market value of that land increases as 35 lakhs. So company has to mention the cost of that land in the accounting information historical on which the company has bought, means it will record 30 lakhs, not the 35 lakhs. So it is historical cost principle which is used in accounting. Second is fair value principle. In fair value principle, it states that the assets and liabilities should be reported at a fair value. Now fair value means the market value of that asset. We will report the market value of that asset. Selection of which principle to follow generally relates trade-offs between relevancy and faithful representation. Now relevancy means that the financial information is capable of making differences in decision, and faithful representation means that the numbers and descriptions match really existed and happened. Here is helpful hint for you. Relevancy and faithful representation are two primary qualities. These are the two primary qualities that make the accounting information useful for decision making. It means that these two terms will help you in making decisions related to this. There are certain assumptions in accounting. Assumptions provide foundation for accounting process. There are two types of assumptions. One is monetary unit assumption and second is economic entity assumption. So first Monetary unit assumption requires that the company include the accounting only transaction data that can be expressed in terms of money. We will record those transactions which can be expressed or quantified in terms of money. This is first assumption in accounting process, which means we have to include those transactions which can be easily quantified in terms of money. And monetary unit assumption prevents some relevant information in the accounting records. Example: health of the company's honor, service quality, and morale of employees. The such types of activities are not included in accounting process. The reason we cannot quantify in terms of money. That's why we cannot include such types of transaction in accounting process. Second is the economic entity assumption. In economic entity assumption requires that the activities of the entity kept separate and distinct from the activities of owners and all other economic entities. It means you have to separate the accounting information and your personal information of the entities. Now there are three types of business owners and entities. One is proprietorship, partnership, and corporations. These are the forms of business ownership. Now proprietorship. This is owned by one person, and the owner is often the manager or operator. Who owns the businesses they are the owners, and they are also the managers and operators of that company, because this business is owned by one person. Owner receives any profit. The proprietorship will receive the total profit. Suffers any loss. If there is any kind of loss, the proprietorship, the owner of that proprietorship is responsible for all losses and is personally liable for all debts. If there are the debts on that person, he or she will be liable personally to pay that debts. So the proprietor will separate the activities of accounting from his personal activities. Now partnership. Owned by two or more persons. Partnership, in generally in partnership there will be the one or more than persons involved in partnership. Often retail and service type businesses. The type of partnership are retail and service type of business. Generally unlimited personal liability. There will be unlimited personal liabilities. If there is liability, the all owners will pay that liabilities. The partnership is agreement. It is a written agreement and partners sign that agreement. So they will also separate, they will hire an accountant, professional accountant to maintain the accounting record. And corporation. These are large companies and corporations. Owners are divided into shareholders of stock. These corporations are owned by thousands of its stockholders, and it is a separate legal entity organized under a state corporate law. It will be registered, and it is highly cost we will pay to establish the corporation, and there will be limited liability. Every shareholder has limited liability. They will pay as some of their money as a liability if there is due. This learning objective ended, and now do it. Indicate whether each following statement presented below is true or false. You have learned about these topics. Now to clarify your concepts, you will have to take a certain type of test. It is beneficial for you to make your concepts clear. Now first is Congress passed Sarbanes-Oxley Act to reduce the unethical behavior and decrease in likelihood of future corporate scandals. Yes, we have learned in first to it reduces the unethical behavior and decreases the future scandals, so it's true. The second is the primary accounting standard setting body is the United States in is the Financial Accounting Standard Board. Yes, it's true, we have learned. Third is the historical cost of principal dictates the company's record asset at their cost. In a later period, however, the fair value of asset must be used if fair value is higher than the cost. No, it's false, because we will have to mention or record the historical cost, not the fair value. If you have any kind of question or suggestion, kindly drop in comment box, and for getting upcoming uploads, kindly do subscribe and click on the bell icon. Thank you.